I'm gonna try because I don't expect to. I don't want to be on it for that long. I'm still trying to um, get everything finalized with the studio and trying to time everything out. Didn't do a good job today, but a lot happened, so I wanted to at least get a conversation going on it. So this is talking through the medias. I'm your host, Chris Fagan. This is Joy Fagan. We're past the Super Bowl. Super Bowl was this weekend, this Sunday. It was my birthday, actually. It was February the 8th, and I had to work, but it was fine. Other than that, the Super Bowl halftime show that was hosted by, or I'm sorry, led by Bad Bunny. And it seems like every year it's always something. What was the year before? It was Kendrick Lamar.
They're always mad.
That was
Lamar is the same
was
things. Couldn't understand a word he said. Just mumbling.
hmm It
I don't
was.
understand. None of this makes any sense.
Was Dr. Dre the year before? Dr. Dre and Eminem and all that. Was that the year before? Or the year before that? Something like that. It was.
A few years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. They went back in time.
Right.
Retro.
And every year it's the same. It's the same nonsense. And this year was worse because it was all about how Puerto Rican artists aren't American somehow, even though it's American territory.
They were like, why can't it be in English?
And it's code. It's code for not that we don't like it because it's brown and all that. And somebody.
The thing was, where was the outrage when it was Shakira and J Lo a few years back? And
Shania.
Bad Bunny was their guest. They brought him out during their set.
No, because now
Because it
we
was
have
in
the
English, apparently. The songs they sang were in English mode. So.
yeah. It's the excuse. They just know that it's because it's in opposition of that agenda about ICE and getting rid of illegal immigrants and stuff. So it's anything that's not white or anything that's Hispanic, they're gonna just attack.
Be mad because they say, "Oh, why can't it be American?" You've had plenty of people who are not Americans perform. Coldplay, U2.
The Rolling Stones. Let's get the Beatles. Let's get the Rolling Stones. Let's get let's get.
You weren't mad about it because they weren't
Hispanic though.
White appearing and they sang in English.
I saw one person on TikTok give a good point. Like back in the day, people would go to other countries. Americans would go to like France or whatever, and then they'd be on tour. And there's no demand for the American artist to sing in English, in French, or in whatever, in Russian, or whatever language it is in the local country.
And people go to hear an opera here in the States.
That's exactly the example she gave. You don't ask an opera singer to sing it in English.
Always in Italian.
Yeah.
But sometimes other languages, but mostly Italian. And no one goes, why can't they sing these songs in English? No, you just listen to it. You don't know what they're saying, but you just go, wow, this is beautiful.
Well, they don't want any pushback against the propaganda of not supporting ICE or that decision to let them be so aggressive. So anything that's pro-Hispanic now, it seems to be like you're attacking that propaganda agenda about being pro ICE. You must be against ICE. You must be against the country. You must be against the president. Like, yeah, I'm against all that negative stuff. And I'm going to push back against it with a positive message of love and unity, which is what Bad Bunny did. And they still were finding a way to hate on it.
He represented hardworking people.
The culture, the history. It was a wedding. Yeah.
Little kid, he gave, supposed to be himself.
Yeah.
So you can grow up and do this.
Mm-hmm. I like the fact that.
Yes, that he named, and people were mad about this too, he named all the Americas.
Yeah.
Both North and South America and all the islands that surround.
Yeah.
Named them and had flags representing all of them. And people were like, that's not America. Okay.
Then why are you trying to buy Greenland then? I mean, like, what the hell? I'm like for real. Like if the territory don't matter, why are you trying to buy Greenland?
Then I saw people continuing to argue. They're like, well, North America and South America are two different continents.
They're on two different hemispheres. So
he's talking about the
Americas.
And he was trying to say we're all better together
Yeah.
than fighting apart.
That's too globalist. I don't know. I don't like it. If it's not the United States, it's not real America. I mean, well,
And the number of people
didn't Spain settle in this country in America? You know, with
the number of people who watched that weren't Puerto Rican, but just any of those. They didn't know who was going to shout them out, but they were so excited
so proud
to be like, "That's my flag." I've never even seen anyone ever mention our name before, and holy cow, they were ecstatic that they were represented.
And you see every ethnicity, every countryman do that for their country. Irish, Italians, Scottish people, you always see them proud to put their flags up and things like that. But because they want to have this agenda against brown countries and whatnot, then it's always that's ghetto. That's not really that's not the real America and stuff like that. They always do that. But yet the Irish and the Scottish and the British and the Australians and all of them, Canadian, they can always be proud to be from their country. But let a Nigerian or be
people who didn't like the show.
They loved it. They loved it.
The same
they
thing
loved
they
it. No.
say every year.
Yeah.
What I hear every year, and it ain't gonna happen. Is where's our country music? Name is George Strait. We're gonna have George Strait.
It won't be a problem. Nobody's gonna care if the number one country singer does the Super Bowl next year. It'll just probably be what's that black dude's name? It'll just be him.
They say that choose whatever is the biggest thing at the time, the biggest stars at the time. And again, I grew up country. I'm not against country music, but what's popping?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Shania Twain did it. She's Canadian.
And she was at that time.
And she was big Canadian. I mean, like for real. Like let's just call it what it is.
And, I mean, she was a global star at that time.
Did you see that video I sent you when I was on the way home tonight? The MAGA women who were saying that they didn't like it, and then all of somebody ended the concert, they were all like
people who kept complaining about how terrible a show it was. I thought you weren't watching. So what do you care?
Okay, that was the funny part about it. All those people, it turned out Trump, all of them were watching it. All of them watched it. All the ones who claimed that they were going to watch Kid Rock, even they watched it. Because Trump was tweeting in real time. I'm like, I thought you were watching Kid Rock. What you doing? I thought you were front row at Kid Rock's concert. Like, even Trump was like, I ain't going to that shit.
The whole thing is, if it doesn't interest you, there's this little button that's called Power Off.
Yeah. Go get some nachos.
You don't have to watch it. Nobody's forcing you to watch it.
I didn't watch the halftime show live. I was working. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't miss nothing. I caught it on YouTube right afterwards. It's fine. I like the fact that even on this channel, subscribe to T3 Media Studios, by the way. I'm going to use my sexy voice when I say that. Some guy was like, I mean, well, the numbers are still coming out. Yeah. And a day later, they were mostly bots.
They tried to, I saw one just now that was like, well, the numbers, it's really hard to calculate because a lot of people that were watching, the Kid Rock thing, there were groups.
Yeah.
So they're not being properly counted. Okay, that same thing goes for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because you have zero idea of the massive amounts of people that were watching it as a group from one location.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways.
I mean, you got to see something new. People were more excited about. I heard more conversations about the grass that was moving around in Kid Rock's whole show. I haven't heard. And you know what? After all those support for the Turning Point USA halftime show, I haven't heard one highlight. I haven't heard any. I've heard more about the grass than
the current highlight because people don't know how to use charts, which has been evident for quite some time. Now, with COVID and things we don't know how to read a graph. Look at the top of the chart. Kid Rock is number one. Because they're showing some tiny snippet of Apple Music of people who are buying a old album or old song of Kid Rock's. Yeah. Nobody buys music anymore, really. Yeah. So if those are people buying, it's probably old people like me.
I mean, nobody's. He's making. He's not making any money.
He's not even anywhere. in the numbers.
Even with this core movement of fake outrage support for Kid Rock, he's not making nowhere near the money he was making in his prime. It's just no. There's not going to be interest if the youth isn't behind it. You're not making anywhere near the money. This nostalgia money is never going to be anywhere near your money when you had the youth behind you. It's just a fact. But real quick, speak on that video that I sent you. That comedy one, that TikTok was there, how MAGA women really responded to because I'm gonna clip that right here. How MAGA women really responded to the Bad Bunny halftime show, and then by the end of it, they were all just. I had to send a DM to Tabitha after I showed it to you. I was like, so Bad Bunny turns MAGA women into lesbians? What was that about? What was that whole thing? What was that? What do you think about? But the undertone of the joke. What do you think? Do you think that was true? Like most people were probably like, I hated it. It wasn't American, but they're deep down they were like, oh, dude's kind of sexy or something. Like, what do you think about that?
Honestly, I don't think they even wanted to
acknowledge the sexiness.
They just didn't want to listen to it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you can go ahead and take it. I'll cover. We got so I'm overall just thinking that the whole agenda is just about just being outraged just for the sake of being outraged because that's what the president wants. But even he was watching it, I'm like, come on, man, you can't have your cake and eat it too, man. I thought you had to support your boy. Kid Rock was right there on stage and you was watching Bad Bunny. Let's just be real about it. I think it was funny how once the numbers settled, it was proven that the numbers were mostly bots. So it's like, why can't you just let stuff go? You know, there's no universe where you're going to have higher ratings than the most popular show like of all time. That the Super Bowl like is the show. It ain't going to matter if they show Static for the halftime show. That Static is going to get more ratings than the only other time in history since the Super Bowl halftime show has been what it is today is the day before, the year before. It even started like this when In Living Color, if you know your history about how this stuff came to be, when In Living Color decided to put on a halftime show and then audiences changed the channel, which is why the NFL decided, oh no, we are never going to let that happen again. We're going to now make sure that from now on, our halftime show is something that it's going to be a spectacle. We're going to bring the biggest names, the biggest artists or whatever. In Living Color, Fox, they started this whole thing because you saw the ratings dip from the Super Bowl and go straight to In Living Color on Fox. And the NFL was like, we're never going to let that happen again. So I believe before then, maybe the halftime show was more low key, more about the commentators talking about the statistics and things like that. And then people just, it's like what is it called? An intermission at a play or a live show, right? And that's what it was really focused on. But now the halftime is a spectacle, and it's all because of In Living Color. So I don't know. To me, it's just not much to do about. It's just fake outrage, man. That's what it's all about. It's just about just trying to keep people upset. They think that's the way to forward, but you're never going to trump over, no pun intended, that message of love. And that's what they did. He just put out a message of love, and secretly, deep down inside, Lindsey Graham had a hard on the whole time he was watching it, and it wasn't because of the ladies that were shaking around. Allegedly, that's what I heard. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't believe he's really, like that. I mean, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but I really don't believe Lindsey Graham is really into dudes like that. I don't believe those rumors about male escorts and stuff. But I like, but if there's anybody who has more evidence on that and likes to share it on social media, it is what it is. Look, the moving forward after that, so people like Megyn Kelly started like going crazy, right? I mean, people just was losing their minds. Um, Megyn Kelly got on, was it the Pierce Morgan show, and just really went off. Like, she is so desperate to stay relevant. This is a woman who was, while she was on Fox, dissed by Donald Trump during his first term. She's bleeding out of her eyes, out of her whatever, and all that. And he straight up dissed her. Dissed. And she thought that she was gonna hightail it over to MSNBC, but her racism just kept coming out. Santa Claus is just white, yeah, dude. And when I was growing up, but blackface isn't that bad, is it? I mean, come on, it's just a little makeup, you know what I'm saying? So she just couldn't control her racism and her bigotry, so she had to get bumped. I mean, as much as she wanted to try to make fun of Joy Reid for getting fired from MSNBC, Joy Reid lasted longer than you did, Megyn. Now you're independent. You got your $69 million settlement. Now you got your own camera, right? You got your own microphone. You just trying to play in the Candace Owens game. And you probably mad that Candace Owens is crushing it with the bigots. Candace Owens has, it's sad that Candace Owens has more respect with the bigots than Megyn Kelly. That's weird. And you know it's oversaturated. They got Nick Fuentes. That dude's Mexican, and he's got more respect with the bigots. That's weird. It's weird. The bigotry is oversaturated. But you got Megyn Kelly arguing with Pierce Morgan about how it wasn't American enough. It wasn't. You just was trying to tiptoe around it. It wasn't white enough. That's what you wanted to say. It wasn't. It wasn't white enough. It wasn't. I ain't like it. It wasn't white enough. It was just too many. There's too much Spanish. I don't speak Spanish. What about the majority of people who speak Spanish? Why can't we only have oatmeal every morning? I only like the oatmeal with sugar, not brown sugar, just the sugar. It's good enough. Just a little, not too many sugar dust. It's too sweet. Got to be plain. Got to be plain. A little bit of honey, not too much honey, not the dark honey, the light honey, the really, really light honey. A little tan is fine, but not too much of a tan. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't like it. Why is his hips gyrating? Why is it making me feel a tingling feeling in my bottom? Why is Lindsey Graham licking his lips? I mean, she just was going on, melting down over and over and over again. It was so weird how hyper-focused on Bad Bunny that most of the people are. So real quick, let me see if I could pull up an article that I found on it. Let me see if I can visit one of these things. Okay, real quick. This is I don't know this outlet. Okay, from OK. Megyn Kelly fumes over Bad Bunny playing Super Bowl. Middle finger to MAGA. Megyn Kelly isn't holding back. When it comes to this year's Super Bowl headline, on Tuesday, September 30th, the political commentator shared her frustration that Puerto Rican reggaeton superstar Bad Bunny has been tapped for the 2026 performance. It's a middle finger to MAGA. This was before he even performed it. It's a middle finger to MAGA, is what she said. I'm like, but who cares? And then when Megyn Kelly, this is coming from Obsessed, Daily Beast. Megyn Kelly accuses Bad Bunny of stealing our football in epic meltdown. That's why I titled the show Meltdown. It's the MAGA meltdown. I'm sorry, Pierce, but to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America, she repeats. Kelly argued, becoming increasingly irate as she continued to rant. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish people? There you go, right there. Who gives a damn about those people? We have more. Who gives a damn that there were Native Americans here before? Move out of the way. Who gives a damn that you gotta do free labor? Who gives a damn that you gotta have separate water fountains? Doesn't affect me. I'm used to only what I'm used to, and I only want to see what I'm used to. These are the same people who go to Mexican restaurants all the time on their birthday, and they want to wear a sombrero. These are the people that go to Cancun to have affairs. These are the same people who go to Cancun with their wives to see their wives doing these things. These are the same people. Come on, you've seen it on the hub. You know what we're talking about. These are the same people. These are the same people. ICE agents are going to Mexican restaurants. And just to be cool in front of the gang mentality, the mob mentality, they say crap like this. It's stupid. None of this makes sense. And it's only because they just know that in this country that there's just a history of, if we can just keep you upset, we might be able to secure your loyalty. But what happens when it's all over? You're sitting in it's like the red pill. It's that circle that they put their victims, their audience in. Keep them frustrated, angry, and give them the worst advice on how to treat women. This is going to work for you guys. You want to be a man. You want to really get that girl. All you got to do is treat her like crap. That'll make her kiss you. And then when she doesn't do it, you're like, man, that didn't work. Oh, man, she must be a total B, right? All right, man, donate. Give me another $100. I'll tell you what the real secret is. Well, how come you didn't tell me the real secret before? And where's your wife at? You don't see the grift? Anyway, she continues. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos. Ted Cruz, this your Fuentes, this your girl. Marco Rubio. Well, we know Marco Rubio ain't paying attention. That dude just sitting there like, that dude, there's nothing on in there behind those eyes. Not the one small group, but the country. Let the Latinos listen to the country music from the white man. That's what she really wants to say. She goes home every day saying the N-word. You know that, right? Allegedly, is what I've heard people say. And I'm telling you, she is never going to stop. Not until she figures out how to tap into the Candace Owens effect. So we are in a weird space right now that they know that the midterms are coming. They know that the show is almost over. And I'm not saying that there couldn't be anything worse in the future. It's just that this abnormality, though, it should not ever happen again. This whole, we need somebody to change it up. No, you got a liar and a hustler to lie and hustle you, and that dude is just lying in his pockets, and he's throwing away every argument you used to have against your political opponents. Well, our side is the most moral. How? The dude's got more baby mamas than a little bit. He lying in his pockets, and because this is who y'all put all y'all chips in, you have to excuse everything, to the point where even the Epstein files, you loyalists feel like you have to excuse it. And it's sad, because the very next day after he either is voted out and or something happens, if JD advances, y'all are gonna pretend like y'all never voted for him. Trump? Who? I never heard of the guy. Macon Kelly. What you talking? Nah, never heard of him. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Let's move on to the next topic, as my wife. We figure out what's going on. A little something's happening right there. All right. So I heard on the news. I just saw that the headline said British father Pew Pew's daughter over a political argument. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? Very first comment in that was, he doesn't even go here. They get into a political argument about American politics, about MAGA. And let me look this up. So, let's see. I'm going to pull this up from BBC. I just started. Welcome back, baby. Everything okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. So the headline that I saw was, Dad Pew Pew's daughter after arguing about Donald Trump. A British woman who was by her father while visiting his home in Texas, had argued with him about U.S. President Donald Trump earlier that day. An inquest has heard Lucy Harrison from Warrington in Cheshire was in the chest on the 10th of January 2025 in Prosper near Dallas. Police in the town investigated the 23-year-old unaliving as possible but no criminal case was brought against Chris Harrison after a grand jury in Collin County decided to indict him. An inquest into Lucy Harrison's unaliving opened earlier, where her boyfriend Sam Littler described the big argument about Trump, who was preparing to be inaugurated for his second term. So this was back in 2025. Why did that pop up?
I saw it today too, so I don't know if he just now
is he getting court or something like that? Yeah, it's weird. Like, why is this just now popping up? This is 2 hours ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
British woman. So I'm assuming that maybe he's just now that let's see, Liverpool, Daily Beast. This was 5 hours ago. About Trump, but they're saying that it happened, and I don't know why it's trending now. But overall, I assume that this just happened. So I mean, if it's old or if it's new, is this the concept in general? What do you think about where we're? For one, it's weird that we're talking about two British people that are arguing about American politics. First comment I saw in that clip I saw was you don't even go here. Like, what do you care? It's like somebody from Texas doing something like that because of the prime minister.
Didn't get into specifics. Maybe one of her parents is American.
I'm assuming that her mom must be American or something like that, because it just doesn't make sense. But overall, it's just what I said. It's like it's a meltdown of that movement. It seems like 2026 is becoming the unraveling.
I feel like the stuff that we have seen on a particular show,
mm-hmm.
The Boys,
it's mostly coming true sometimes.
The first time that Homelander said something super racist and people cheered, and he was like, "Oh, you mean I can start saying that?"
Yeah.
And people are cool with it?
On Fifth Avenue.
Heck yeah, let's do that. I feel like that's what's happened now. People have gotten very comfortable, like,
the shock value is, it's all,
we're bringing that back? Well, let's do it.
We're bringing that back. That's crazy.
They've gotten real comfortable again with, what do people say, saying the quiet part
out loud. Yeah, no more dog whistles. This is perfect analogy. But real quick before we go, we're already heading to the 30-minute mark. The thing that I'm going to be doing for Why Is That Trending is picking up on something that I'm annoyed by that's trending. So the thing that I've decided to focus on for the Why Is That Trending portion is, let me see if I can get rid of what we got here. Where is it? Oops, my bad. The thing that I wanted to bring light to for Why Is That Trending are videos that begin with mostly women, but I've seen guys do it too, where they get their fingernails in it. Why is that? What is that? I hate that. What is that? I know. What? I hate that. Like if you, I'm gonna say it right now. If you gotta begin your video by tapping your fingernails against something to get people's attention, your content is garbage.
A lot of them. There's also people that make fun of it.
Yeah, your content. If you need that to get people's attention, your content is garbage and your nails are trash. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry. Anything else you want to say about it? No, let's figure out.
I hate if you want to say.
Why is that trending?
Why is that trending? Is the videos where people doesn't matter. It could be laughing. It could be rage. It could be crying. Whatever. And they give no context. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I just watched that video and I'm just losing it."
And they don't tell you what it's about. Yeah, I just saw another. Oh, that's
going to help me out.
That happens a lot on Facebook Reels. They talk about a movie scene and And at first, people I felt like they were doing it on accident, not mentioning the name of the movie. And then when they realized that rage bait of not mentioning the name of the movie gets more engagement, they'll purposely be like, and they'll show a clip from a cult classic or a movie or a TV show, and they'll pretend like it's a movie, and they'll give you an out of context, crazy ass scene. And everybody in the comments are like, "What's the name of this show? Can anybody tell?" And then to the point where people are like instigating it, like, "If you really want to know the name of this movie, it is ... They never finish. They even the commenters are getting into it. Like, this, like we need to cut this out. Anyway, that's the show. I wanted to get some content out today. I'm really trying to still get the fine tune of when the Talking to the Media show is going to air. It will. So, I'll give a little update on it. Talking to the Media is going to be featuring things like what we just did, headlines, trending things that are popping up on social media, what's trending, things like that. Reddit stories. We'll probably be in Studio B, on the B side of the studio, doing things like that, reading comments mostly and whatnot. So the format is changing, but it's still going to be traditional to what we've done throughout the years. It's just going to be a little updated version of it, and expect them. We're no longer doing them on Tuesdays. I just don't have the ability to anymore. We're going to be moving Talking to the Medias to, I'll say Tuesday. We used to do them on Thursdays. I'm sorry. We're moving it from Thursdays to Tuesdays now. We're just going to have to agree on a specific time. I'm assuming 9 p.m. Central Standard Time is probably the easiest route. Tight 30. I'm already 3 minutes over. Talking to the Movies will be moving to Mondays, and that will be the format for talk. I'll post it later. I just want to get something out because we haven't done a Talking to the Medias in a while, so I just wanted to just knock one out real quick. So I appreciate you guys for bearing with us on this little pickup show of Talking Through the Medias. We want to just see what you guys are doing, test the microphones and all that good stuff. I'm Chris Fagan. You can always follow me at Chris Fagan on all social, Chris_Fagan, or at T3 Media Studios. That's where I'm the one that's mostly doing all the responses on those socials. And babe, if people want to find you online, where can they do so?
TikTok is Viola Fagan. Instagram is
all right, guys. Till next time. We're gonna go eat dinner and